What do I
Mm-hmm.
need to do? Well, what is the secret? What do I need to do to be more casual, to speak English more naturally when I'm speaking or talking or presenting? That's been my issue all the time, and I
Okay.
really, most of the time, it's kind of not tedious, but I have to be aware of what I'm saying all the time.
Yeah.
I need to relax more. I need to be able to be more natural, to be able to speak English naturally. What do I need to do to improve that?
Yes. So this dips into, we have kind of two, I guess, categories in English development, that I'm we've really been very heavy on the kind of the research-based methodology of training accents and getting the mouth and to move in a specific way so that we are easily understood and kind of have that presence about us. Okay.
Right.
What you're talking about has more to do with mindset and kind of the way, some of the thoughts that we're having as we're speaking English, some of the interactions that we have with different people, the way we're connecting. So that interpersonal communication that's happening between
Right.
you and others. And
Hmm.
so that gets into another realm, which I actually, we're kind of working now on diving further into and providing more resources and more training on that, because I am
Right.
realizing that our students are struggling with that more and more.
Hmm.
But it really comes down to a lot more of mindset. As you're speaking with people, what are some of the thoughts that are going through your head? Um, are they thoughts of, these people might be judging me, or these people might be criticizing the way I speak, or kind of what are our thoughts about the way others see us? Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit, kind of talk me through some of, and it is a skill set to be aware of our thoughts and be able to bring attention to our thoughts in those situations. But when you say you're in a conversation with someone,
Right.
um, what are some of the thoughts or feelings? I guess you can kind of explain either one of them that come up that help make you feel a little bit more self-conscious or feel
I
like
think
you're
you,
not.
I think you're right on the point. Primarily, I'm afraid to be prejudged,
Okay.
that people will, what will they think about the way I speak?
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why I'm always in this situation, whether it's formal or informal. I have to measure what I have to say. I have to make sure that what I'm saying makes sense
Yeah.
before I even open my mouth. And
Yeah.
that is really an impediment,
Yeah.
because it really prevent me from expressing my thought, my feelings, my emotions freely.
Right. Okay. All right. So I'm actually gonna dive into this. Vadna, we're definitely gonna get to you. But I do want to dive into this a little bit today because I know that you're not the only one that kind of has this situation. I know that this happens a lot with our students. And there's a model that I've been learning about and has been really successful for me in being able to break down some of the thoughts that I'm having and the feelings and then kind of the results that happen because of those thoughts. Okay. So I'm going to introduce you to the model, as we call it, but the acronyms are CTFAR. Okay. C stands for circumstance. Okay.
Okay.
Circumstance is neutral. It just is. So you're speaking to other people. Okay. You're
Okay.
speaking to other people. You're in a conversation. That's just a circumstance. It's neither good or bad. It just is. Okay. So
Right.
circumstance is fact. It just is the facts of what the situation is. T stands for thoughts. Okay. These are our thoughts about the circumstance. So this is where it becomes like more like I get or I feel like they're judging me, or I'm trying to anticipate what they think of me, or even saying the circumstance is scary, or I guess that's more of a feeling. But the thoughts are the thoughts that happen in our mind that create this circumstance feeling like it's good or bad, right? So we have to remember that thoughts come before our feelings. So feelings are based on the thoughts that we have about the circumstance. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So the feelings come. So the feelings that you're feeling, you're nervous, you're unsure, you lack confidence, you don't, you feel unaccepted, maybe judged, things like that. Those are the feelings that are coming. And the feelings aren't necessarily coming from the circumstance. You're just having a conversation with others. Okay, the feelings are coming from the thoughts in your head. They might be judging me. They don't accept me. I don't fit in. I might say something dumb or off. Okay, so these are just some of the thoughts that tend to buzz around in our heads. We all do it. So this is not out of judgment or anything. We all do it. We go in, especially social situations, that it's very easy to go into social situations and have a lot of these thoughts buzzing around in our heads. Now, because of those thoughts, so it's not the circumstance, because if it was the circumstance, everyone would go in feeling that way, right? But some people go in feeling fine. And so they're not going to they feel confident, or they feel sure of themselves, or things like that. So it's not the circumstance that's causing that, it's the thoughts about the circumstance that are really making that happen. So you have to look at, okay, what are the actions? How am I going to show up, or what I'm going to do in that conversation if these are the thoughts and feelings that I'm having? What are some of the actions? So A stands for action. So it's what results come from these thoughts and feelings. So what actions come from those thoughts and those feelings?
Well, you have to be able to actually face it, and actually accept it, face it, and do something about it to change it.
Right.
That's one of the reasons why I joined this program.
Yeah. So if you're in this state of mind, you're going to not speak up. You're going to keep quiet. You're going to probably be small, kind of make yourself small, or kind of stumble in your speech, because you're feeling your thoughts and feelings are this. And then results are you don't like the social setting. You feel, the result is lack of connection with those people, things like that. Okay, so that is what we call kind of an unintentional model. Okay, something that we don't necessarily want to happen, but just is happening. So what we have to do is say, okay, what do we want to happen? What is the result that we want to have? And how can we kind of back into that? So the result is we want connection. We want to feel sure of ourselves.
I also want to socialize
with others. Yeah, we want that result. Okay. So what?
And also, if I may add, also share your thoughts, your feelings freely without thinking about being judged or being, intimidated or nothing of that nature.
Yeah. So this is the result that we want from these social situations.
Right.
And what I love is that it is in our control because the circumstance doesn't change. We're still having a conversation with others. We don't have to control how other people are seeing us. We can control how we see other people seeing us. Okay.
Okay.
So we can be in charge of saying, I mean, because we don't know if they're judging us or not. We could just assume that they're not. Okay.
Okay.
And if we assume that they're not, then we're going to show up, we're going to feel better, and we're going to show up in a much more connecting way. So let me give an example of this. So the feelings we want are confidence. You know, we want to feel sure of ourselves. We want to feel calm, because that helps us be able to sort through our thoughts, right? Mm-hmm. And things like that. So the thoughts that we have to say is, I fit in here. These people like me and are interested in me. Okay? Because we don't know whether they are or they aren't, but we get to choose how we think about a situation, because that's our right. That's what we get to do.
Okay.
Because you're choosing to think that they are judging us, or they might say something, you know, we might say something dumb, or that they don't accept me. That's a choice that you're making. So why not choose another thought that brings us more peace and calm and confidence, which allows us to show up different. And you know what? The result is going to be different because we show up different.
Okay.
That makes sense?
So in other words, you're talking about the mindset.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it really has to do with how are we going into these situations, and what thought process do we have as we're going in? And it takes a lot of practice and control, because what we've done in a lot of situations is we have gone this route. We have practiced these thoughts a lot, okay? And what we have to say is, I'm going to intentionally practice these thoughts. I'm going to say, I fit in, you know, I fit in here. These people are just like me, and they like me. They're interested in me, and I'm interested in them. And this is going to be a really positive experience for me. Okay, when we go into the situation with that, we feel confidence, we feel sure of ourselves, we feel calm. And because of that, we speak more casually and confident and with confidence. Okay, we think less of ourselves, because a lot of times when you're going in with these negative thoughts, it's like, oh, they're judging me, it's all about me. Whereas if we say, it's not just about me, I'm interested in them. I want them to feel good about themselves. I want them to feel calm and confident, because you know what? They might be coming in with the same negative thoughts of they're not accepting me. Have we ever thought of that? That maybe they are coming in unsure of themselves. So how can I so that's another thought. How can I make them feel comfortable?
Right.
I'm going to make this about them, not me. Okay? So it's those empowering thoughts that will change our circumstances. We don't have to change the way they think of us. We have to change the way we think they're thinking about us.
All right.
Okay? Does that make sense?
That makes sense. You know, one thing that you've done that I really appreciate, you use the same acronym to show the negative and the positive.
Yep.
I like that.